The Penultimate Plus cartridge is an all-in-one companion solution for the VIC20 that is designed to allow enthusiasts to get the most out of the system by providing menu-driven access to over 70 built-in game ROMs, selectable memory expansion options, and a number of other utilities. Throw in seamless integration with SD to IEC devices, and what you have is a versatile package that is designed to eliminate some of the fuss and confusion that newcomers to the machine are often faced with when first starting out. Designed and developed by Dave Curran from Timemouth Software and distributed by The Future Was 8-Bit, the Penultimate Plus is a very well built cartridge and it feels very sturdy in the hand. When we slot the cartridge into the back of the VIC20, we can see that the unit's two function buttons are visible. A menu button on the left takes you back to the cart's home menu screen, while the other button on the right side is a system reset that reboots your machine, taking you to the computer's basic display. Switching on the VIC20 with a Penultimate Plus installed, we are presented with a home page menu outlining the games, utilities and expansion options on offer. Going into the Future Was 8-Bit titles menu, we can see a number of titles released by the firm. 3 of these titles warrant special attention. We start off with Cheese and Onion, a classic scrolling platformer that pushes the VIC20 to its limits. It's somewhat difficult to tell by looking at it, but playing the game is a real joy. Your objective is to guide Dr. Tinehole around the game world to collect onions. Controls are very responsive and the difficulty curve is well balanced. The main challenge within the game is to ensure that you do not mistime any of your jumps, as you lose a life if your character falls down any further than a jumping distance height. Next up, we take a look at Rodman, a game that takes inspiration from Pac-Man and adds a Bomberman element to the gameplay. Your objective is to guide Rodman around the multi-screen maze levels, collecting pills, avoiding enemies, and using bombs to eliminate the bad guys. This is a great title for the VIC20, and it is one that I often go back to time and time again. Pentagorat is an isometric adventure where you find yourself waking up as a prisoner within the castle of Pentagorat, and your aim is to find a way out to freedom. The game features highly detailed graphics, and it is quite a bit of a challenge to get through the game without losing too much of your health. Overall, it proved to be a very enjoyable game as long as you put in the time to learn the control of your character. Let's take a quick look at the remaining titles within the Future Was 8-Bit collection. The Penultimate Plus also provides menu access to a large collection of old-school PAL games for you to enjoy. Some of these include Jelly Monsters, a Pac-Man clone, River Rescue, offering horizontal shooting action, a solid port of the classic arcade game Defender, one of my personal favourite old arcade games, Jungle Hunt, and an enjoyable port of Dig Dug. The cart also provides access to a handful of text adventure games and games that make use of paddle controller. The Penultimate Plus comes with a number of utilities, such as the terminal program VIC20 and a drawing program called Commodore Artist. Newer versions of the cartridge include a VIC20 dead test program. Some VIC20 games will not work unless an expansion cart with the required amount of memory has been plugged into the computer, with some games requiring a specific expansion pack to work. To illustrate this, let me try to load this version of Scramble that requires 16K of RAM without the Penultimate or any other expansion pack plugged in. As you can see, it fails to load. The Penultimate Plus built-in memory expansion function allows me to set the required amount of RAM and access games that were previously not accessible without expansion packs. If you have a SD2 IEC device, then you will find that it integrates perfectly with a launch option available from the cart to provide a seamless experience. Let's try the 16K Scramble again, but this time with the Penultimate Plus plugged in and loaded up via this SD2 IEC device. For hardcore VIC20 enthusiasts, the Penultimate Plus also provides access to advanced RAM configurations, but admittedly this was beyond my current understanding for me to use in any meaningful way. So there you have it. The Penultimate Plus cartridge is a great companion piece that transforms the VIC20 into a far more powerful and accessible machine. For those looking to dip their toes into the VIC20 scene, then the Penultimate Plus cartridge is a must-have purchase.